What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach and Chase. We're out here checking out a couple of our best-selling products. We just unboxed the brand new remote from URC. This puppy is really elegant. They're stepping up the game, guys. As well, maybe you can't see because the camera isn't focusing, but it has a nice gold ring around it. It's light. It's got this new tactile interface. It's like really responsive. We've fallen in love with it, so we thought, well, I'm sure a lot of homeowners are wondering, what's the difference between the previous generation and the new generation? How does it feel in your hand? What differences do you notice? So in today's video, we're going to be comparing the previous generation. What model is this, Chase?
This is the TRC 1480.
We have the 1480, and then this is the 1120, the brand new model that just came out. We got it in for beta testing. So I'll be putting this one up in my guest bedroom for my in-laws or any guests that come in to stay into town with us. And this is currently running in the primary bedroom, and my wife has thoroughly enjoyed it. It controls everything. It's not just for my AV. Yes, it controls the surround system, the TV, cable box, Apple TV, but it also controls my screen innovations, motorized shades, my Lutron lighting, and if somebody comes to the Ring doorbell, even it'll pop right up on the display.
Yeah, as well as your scene integration for the whole home, all your custom scenes.
So what's really cool with both of these remotes, guys, is your ability to control multi-room, which we'll be getting into in the bulk of this video. If you guys would like to purchase this product or anything home theater related, be sure to reach out today for a free video consultation with one of our specialists. Dreamedia is nationwide. Custom integration products such as this we're offering in limited markets right now, starting in Colorado as well as the Nashville area, ensuring that we're delivering the absolute best quality experience and that these things are set up right by pros. All right, guys, let's get into this video. Welcome back, Dreamedia family. All right, so before we get into actually picking these puppies apart and telling you all the things we love about the previous generation and what we love about the new one, I wanted Chase to talk a little bit about new construction homes, retrofits, what we're doing to elevate the smart home market here in Colorado. Over to you, Chase.
Yeah, so we are extremely excited to dive into the custom integration market and not just be so transactional with some of these movie theaters or distributed audio builds, but really live with the homes that we build, live with the clients, improve on the programming, and just make it a pleasant, all wrapped up experience. So we want to get with you from the second you have drawings with your custom home builder, or maybe you've just bought a home and you're starting a renovation, you've got the floor plans, reach out. We want to be with you from there until all the other tradesmen are gone and you're peeling plastic wrap off your new tech.
And for years to come afterwards.
Yeah.
These systems require maintenance, updates. We have service plans available now, guys, where you have a second home, we can go out there on a monthly basis and ensure every single thing in the home is working perfect. Again, just kind of hitting on that white glove service that I'm really aiming for here with the Dreamedia custom smart home market. We're home theater specialists. We've built thousands of dedicated home theaters, living rooms, surround systems, whole house audio, outdoor entertainment systems, but it has been kind of a single transaction. We sell you, a killer outdoor system. The integrators come out, our preferred installers, which you guys are rock stars. We love you guys. And they'll take everything from there, installing the control system, maybe some shades for your bug control, whatever. And Dreamedia has been out of the loop. Now we're trying to handle everything in-house to create a more seamless experience from start to finish and even after the fact, ensuring that you guys have a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
So in today's video, we are going to check out the previous generation versus the new model. It's ironic that they came out with a new model because I just finished a few months ago setting up the entire URC system here in the house and have really fallen in love with it, and here recently have been just kind of fine-tuning now instead of going into each room and like just making sure I can turn on the Apple TV and everything switches to the right input. It's going on above and beyond that. We just set up geofencing for the house to where now it tracks my phone, the IP address, and whenever I get within 50 meters of the house, the whole house just comes to life automatically. I don't have to walk in and hit a button for my scene anymore. It's just getting deeper and deeper into the automation aspect and the customization that's available. And that's really what we're going to be doing here in the Colorado market and the Tennessee market, is we're going to be deep diving into your exact life. Everybody's life is different. We'll have plenty of recommendations on, what to do at dinner time, your wake up scenes, your good night scenes, your goodbye scenes. But really what's great with URC is their macros are so detailed.
Yeah.
Maybe you could talk about that a little bit and how that really has separated out URC from some of the other automation platforms that we offer and why we really like using URC and how it integrates well with these third-party drivers.
Yeah, so we're really big on if we're repping a product, we want to make sure it works, which is why Zach is living.
I'm the guinea pig. I wanted to make sure it worked.
And same goes for Kellen and myself. We live with these systems every day and get to experience the ins and outs, the flaws of them to make us better at working on your home. So of course there have been control systems where you can come in, touch a keypad that maybe sets a dining shade, but we're talking the next step now where it's hand-free control. Whether he's talking to his Alexa or it's just running off where his phone is in the world, we're just taking steps out of the process for you to give you more time to experience the house instead of worrying about, are the shades right where I want them, are the lights right where I want them?
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of companies miss the mark. The term smart home it's supposed to mean literally what it says. The home should be smart. It should intuitively work for you to make your life easier. Like
specifically you.
Specifically me. Yeah. So like as an example, at 7:30 every night, the shades come down. That's about when we have dinner. And it creates privacy from our neighbors because our trees, which are growing in beautifully, they've only been in a couple years and we're still staring right into the windows of our neighbor's house. And regardless, even after, these trees are nice and mature, it's nice to have that privacy between the neighbors and also cut back on the radiant heat as the sun projects into the home throughout the day. So all these things, just from a shade perspective, I don't even have to think about it anymore. And that just reduces the amount of time I have to pull out my phone, grab the app, adjust that shade, and then I'm like over to the lighting app and I'm adjusting the lighting. Now I'm over to Sonos and I'm like, by the time I've adjusted everything, well, it either goes one of two ways. Either I have the time and it takes me about 5 minutes to turn on the house, or my wife is saying, quit messing with your phone. Help me with the baby. And then it just doesn't get turned on. So it's either one or the other. Here at Dreamedia, we really want to ensure that these systems live and breathe for you. So on this previous generation remote, you can see, I'm going to actually, Chase, you step aside. I'm going to take the remote and just bring it up real close and try to get you guys to see on screen here. So as you can see, you have the control for the formal room. Well, we're not in the formal right now, but what's really nice is this remote can not only control the formal, this is allocated to the primary bedroom, but it can control every single room in the house: patio, backyard, primary bedroom, bathroom, movie room, guest suite, Wilder's room, that's my son, the bunk bedroom, hallway, office. Any technology that's in the home, you can literally control any aspect of that room from any remote that has total control. Well, there may be restrictions there. What's that other model we were looking up, Chase, that only does one room?
The TRC 820 is the single room remote without a touchscreen. That would be your one-stop shop for maybe the only smart aspect of your home is your movie theater, and you want a one-button solution to just the movie theater. That would kind of be your avenue. But if you're really going for the whole home, then we step up into the 1080. which is, again, a non-touchscreen, non-microphone enabled remote, but will control every room of your house. And then we jump up into what Zach's holding here, the 1480, which really takes it to the next step. A very tactile, user-friendly touchscreen, as well as the traditional tactile buttons you've probably been used to on remotes throughout your life, whether cable box or TV. And then we also have voice integration here, so we could tie in Google, Amazon Alexa. It could be used as an Xfinity voice control module, so you can just tell it, hey, watch CBS, and it'll switch the channel. Same thing goes for Apple TV. We can integrate Siri here. It really takes that integration to the next step. Instead of just being a remote, it's really a whole home solution for controlling, just like a touchpad or your phone app.
Yeah, it's next level, guys. And what's really great is with the two-way communication, every single thing that updates on this remote also updates on the other remotes around the house, which we're going to be taking a dive into some of the other remote platforms that I'm currently using here in my own home. But this is a wonderful remote. This is the 1080, and I'll have to say, as far as like comfort and like a remote to use on the day-to-day just for like scrolling channels and easy just pick up and grab and go, this has been my favorite remote. I love the feeling. So look here on the back, guys. See these like indents? It really fits super nice into your hand. They must have done a lot of R&D on just figuring out how this remote fits into your hand, because a lot of the other manufacturers that we sell, it doesn't quite just form to your hand like this.
You end up gripping the remotes a little harder.
Yeah, it just fits.
Hand.
It fits really nice in your hand with these little grips here on the back. So I've really thoroughly enjoyed this remote. So now that you guys have seen the previous generation, the 1080, which still my favorite, we're going to check out the new one. Yeah. So this model is the 1120. Alright guys, you're going to get to see this on camera. Oh. We're making a lot of people jealous by getting this in the house on a beta test. This thing is absolutely stunning. So first impressions, elegant, very, very elegant. They elevated the look of the product by adding this nice gold bezel. Very, very impressed with the aesthetic, yet the simplicity, and I love how they didn't just go all screen. A lot of our manufacturers now are just all screen. I love having the tactile buttons. That feel is wonderful. You have your voice control right here. Now, it's a lot lighter and smaller, but I do feel here on the back, or see here on the back, how it has the little indents for your fingers. It still has that same feel of just easy to pick up, fits right in your hand, press a couple buttons, boom, everything works. That's the idea behind these little handhelds is, yes, you can control multiple different rooms, but you don't have to. You can just leave this sitting on a base station. And I think that's how a lot of you guys will do it. As an example, my primary bedroom, I do have this 1480 on the base station, and we use it for the primary bedroom, but also for the bathroom. So this is the new one. 1120 does have a rechargeable battery, just like the 1180, except for it is a little bit smaller, a little bit better design. Really elevated the look here from URC. I love it. You got anything you want to add in here, Chase?
Yeah, so between these two models, our 1480 and our 1120, they boast a lot of the same flagship series of these high-end remotes where we've got the fully integrated touchscreen, the microphone access. But URC is just taking this to the next level. Look at the form factors of these guys next to each other. Even though the use and functionality of the remotes is very similar, just look at the form factor. I mean, the 1480's got 3 times the size dock station almost. It's at least twice the weight. It might be a little more. almost all the same controls. So what we did get rid of here on the 1120 is our number keypad that we're able to show here on the 1480. But again, I really don't find myself with these fully voice integrated remotes ever using the number touchscreen, because if I'm on Xfinity cable or something, I'm just holding the microphone here and saying watch CBS or
voice control just changes the game.
Yeah, so we get rid of some of that here, but really it's just such a modern look, such a sleek design, and the touchscreen, the tactileness of this touchscreen is been blowing me away already just during the setup process. It is extremely responsive.
I will say, I think they've improved it.
Yeah.
Because I've been using this one for a while, and this one is a lot better. Not that one was bad.
No.
But it is more responsive.
It's
for
just
sure.
so accurate. Any small decision I make on here, it's very responsive to me and
quick.
Yeah.
Too. It just feels like you barely touch it, and it's just pinpoint accuracy.
And again, this is still a great remote.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's got a blockier feel, so maybe if you like that bigger remote feeling in your hand, or more of like an old cable style remote. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, they have the same finger holds on the back. Obviously, they're a little shallower on this thinner model, but it's just much more refined. I mean, check out the weight difference between the two remotes. You can barely feel this one in your hand.
Yeah.
1120.
Yeah, it's definitely substantially heavier, and also longer.
Yeah.
Look, guys, you can see it's a little bit higher.
The base station form factor too on your side table. It is so. I mean.
Oh yeah.
So much smaller.
Yeah,
with the new
base
1120.
station. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, I can see why they removed the numbers with the voice integration. It's just not necessary anymore. We haven't typed in one channel.
No. If he's on his Apple TV, he's using the voice command to talk to Siri. If he's on his cable box, he's using it to talk to Xfinity, and otherwise it integrates. Here we're using Amazon Alexa, but it'll integrate with Google Home voice controls as well. So really, it's just a one-stop shop. It's very similar to how the touchpads operate, but gives you that classic remote feel and will be very user-friendly to your guests, especially if, like myself, I pretty much do all my interaction through the phone app now. All of my guests pick up my remotes, and it's just nice when the mother-in-law.
I was about to say, I think you should talk a little bit about Airbnb situation, mother-in-laws, the kids, and profiles that you can set up, because that could be really a lifesaver if you got a bunch of kiddos running around the house. I know just one 4-year-old can do a number. We're thinking about baby number 2, but I'll tell you what, the first one's giving us a run for our money. And when it comes to this stuff, he just goes at it. He picks it up and just wants to pound everything. What's really impressive is he's actually able to operate a lot of the technology, and by doing dumbed down, I don't know about dumbed down, kid-friendly, a little bit, more...
I see him helping your wife out from time to time on how to operate the house when you're not around.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about how you can set up those profiles, how, these can really be so simple where you can't mess it up.
Yeah, so we'll just dive into what's actually going on here in your house. So
sure.
The 1480 is in the master. So this guy has full control of everything in the home. He can access every room, anything that's available on his phone app, including his welcome home, goodbye scenes, all shades up, all shades down, all that goodness. So this is going in the guest suite, which Zach's in-laws stay in typically. So when we have this remote fully integrated, it's only going to have access to the guest suite.
Exactly.
So it kind of will be dumbed down from its capabilities, but for ease of use.
Well, anybody who comes into the house,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily need the front doorbell ringing
No.
to their room. They need to control the shades, lighting, and the TV.
Yeah.
That's it.
So like this touchscreen that sits in the movie room, it has access to all the AV areas in the house, but not the primary bedroom. Not we can turn the whole house off hitting goodbye. So that
so my 4-year-old doesn't
Yeah.
turn the whole house down whenever we're just simply trying to watch Disney Plus.
Or he wakes up in the middle of the night, turns the whole house on, ruins everyone's sleep. These little things. So this guy will be set up in the guest suite just to control the guest bedroom. But I mean, just an elegant design, and especially for a lot of the properties up here are used as rentals, are used as Airbnbs, and we don't want them to have that full access. So that gives the homeowner, maybe they're in town 4 weeks a year at most. Well, they're going to have all their access through their phone app still. So when they come in, unrestricted access to their home. But when their renters come in, maybe these guys just control the AV and music. Maybe we put the shades and lights on here and we cut it there where they can't go in and run his whole home commands. Or change the shade schedule as the sun moves to save energy. So
you do another really cool little thing that's above and beyond that we're gonna be offering for all of our rental properties. You want to talk a little bit about that little pamphlet you put together? I really love, here at Dreamedia, especially now that we're diving into the white glove service, handling the transaction from the initial build design phase all the way through service, is, just living with different people in the home and how you handle those situations. You've created this beautiful little printout just to make sure Airbnb people stay in their lane.
Yeah, and this also works great for full-time homeowners that maybe aren't around their house much. Maybe they're in town a couple times a week. Maybe they don't have a URC system back home. That's frustrating to come in and it feels like you're relearning your system every time. And same thing goes for renters. We want to make that easy. So at the end of a project, when we're really dialed in, before we get to that step where people are in the home and running around, we'll create a laminated spiral bound folder for every room, maybe for different rooms, that break down how to use the URC system in that space. As a little reminder for you as the homeowner, or a way to keep your renters from calling you every 5 minutes because they can't turn the movie theater on. So it'll sit in there, it'll have a picture of this remote on the sheet that breaks down what the buttons do with little call world, as well as how to turn on my whole theater. So typically it's going to be pretty easy. You just hit watch and the whole theater comes alive. But we want to make that known.
Yeah.
Take some of the load off of your responsibility, because we know most people are renting and doing the Airbnbs and acting as their own property manager, as their own rental manager.
It's one less thing for you to worry about. I really love how you're offering that now for the clients, and I want to make that a standard service going forward for all of our rental homes. Again, just trying to go above and beyond for you guys. We really want to elevate the level of service and make these very, very complex homes. Everything in 2024 now is becoming more and more complicated, but we don't want it to complicate your life. We want you to get all the benefits of this smart technology while still making it easy to operate.
We put this in to automate homes and make the experience easier and more fluid for you, and for you to work less, not for you to come in every time and be like, oh my gosh, it's like learning a whole new computer software or something.
We don't want you to have to call us theoretically, right? We want you to, we put your system in, and we set you up for success to where it just works ongoing.
And should there be an issue that arises, which happens in every home, it's like any well-oiled machine, it needs maintenance. We're able to remote into the property without disturbing you and your family or your renters.
Correct.
And fix most problems remote if we've set up the full home, which allows us to, for instance, with Big Dog Power, set up your controller.
I was about to say, this is a slippery slope. We could really start talking about all the ways that we safeguard these homes.
And we automate these homes to fix themselves. So if there's a network issue, your house is going to be continually putting itself back online until everything's in sync again.
Correct.
So that'll happen automatically in the background. And then I also have the access to go into the software, diagnose the issue before our technicians come out and either address it, or our guys come in knowing exactly where they're headed. It's this specific device in the home giving us problems.
Correct.
In, out, go back to enjoying your home. And we just want to make this a pleasant experience.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we may have went a little bit deeper than you were looking for on this video.
Just so exciting.
We're really taking things to the next level, and we are just truly passionate about this market. Smart home integration is going to change the game for Dreamedia in the industry. We want to become a national brand, and we want to have, no matter where you are in the country, you call and reach out, and we're handling everything everything for your home, and that includes things like this to make it easy, to automate the home and make the home work for you. You always use that terminology, and I love it. We really want to make the home work for you guys. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this video comparing the brand new remote with this new elegant gold finish. Again, the guys from URC,
thank you.
Big props. You knocked it out of the park. This thing is gorgeous, and I think you elevated it in many different ways, and I can't wait to continue to grow with the URC brand and be an industry leader. Here at Dreamedia, we like to get hands-on with things like beta test and ensure that we fully understand the maximum potential of every product that we sell. You hear me use that terminology a lot. We want to maximize the performance of your system, right? Every dollar you spend, we want to ensure goes the distance here at Dreamedia. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative in helping you make a buying decision. If you like this video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below. You jumped the gun on it. Chase is with me on the smash, boys. So make sure you hit that smash button down below. We really appreciate everybody's support from the bottom of my heart. We can't do it without you guys. Till next time, this is Zach and Chase with Dreamedia. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.